Today, I feel like I'm gonna get into a lot of trouble. I don't think this video is gonna be promoted that much because what I'm talking about is a little bit controversial. Today, we're gonna be talking about shorts. I'm looking over here because I have a whole lot of notes on my laptop. I literally wrote an essay, the rise of short content and how it's ruining social media. Why I think shorts are bad for you, why I don't like them, contrary to popular opinion. I think that ranting is okay. I think expressing your opinion is okay. This year's gonna be a little bit of a rant. It's gonna be an opinionated rant. If you want to comment down below to get involved in the conversation, please do. I love an open conversation. I love open dialogue. I think everyone's voice should be heard. That said, I feel like if you're gonna rant about something, I actually learned this from Xander, you need to have a solution to back it up. So with these 4 things that I want to talk about, I have a solution for each one. Shorts are pushed for a reason. Anytime I see, especially over any type of media platform, something being pushed, I question it. Like, why is this being pushed so hard? I feel like they've got us right where they want us. I see a lot of influencers nowadays literally being called by the actual platform itself to push out shorter content videos. A lot of people are hopping on the short content bandwagon. It used to just be TikTok and now it's every single platform out there. Facebook's doing it, Instagram's doing it, YouTube's doing it. There's more opportunities when it comes to shorts now. The algorithm pushes them more, but why is every platform promoting them so hard? One of the articles I read says short-term content creates an intimate relationship between the platform rather than the intimate relationship with the actual content creator itself. Name a short content creator that you like. It's really hard because you don't connect with the actual content creator like you do on other platforms. TikTok's feed is created addictive by design. Unlike Facebook or Instagram that mostly serves content from people or brands we already follow, the micro video app revolves around the feature of the endless scroll, pumping out algorithm-based recommendations for entertaining videos by all sorts of unknown quotation creators. The content detection algorithm is purposefully developed and constantly refined to match the user's interests and keep them on the platform for as long as possible. What does that mean? They're getting to know you a little bit longer. The AI is getting to know you a little bit longer. The algorithm is getting to know you a little bit longer. Like I said, they've got you right where they want you. Short-term content also creates more allowance for ads. Creators now are kind of pressured to not only create short-term content, but create on all different types of platforms rather than just focusing on what they originally started the content creation for. I see a lot of influencers integrate into new content, create new brands. There's so much conforming within social media because the pressure to perform on all levels. The content creator is constantly looking for that next new thing while trying to maintain the thing that they originally started for, which is super consuming. It takes away from creativity, it takes away from the joy of creating, and you'll never be good enough. Like, it's a constant chase to be performing at all times at all different levels. Sometimes you're not even good at. Sometimes people just make products because they make a product, or they create something because they have to create it because everyone else is creating it. The solution that I have for myself is to not buy into the trap. Practice self-control. I want to put my view into people who actually have meaningful content, who put in the effort, and who don't conform to social media norms. I kind of describe this as when you go into a grocery store and you have a list. You get bombarded with all these different new options and you leave with way more than you needed because you were distracted. I think all of these short content, like the scrolling and the constant endless supply of short content, is a distraction from why you originally clicked on the intriguing picture to begin with. The second reason I don't like short-term content is because it's killing our brains. Research shows that short-form content is the worst for your mental health over any other social media platform already, and it just started. There's an information overload, which is extremely detrimental to your mind. The attention span issue, which I think a lot of people already talk about, it's highly addictive because they're personalized. Our brains are being accustomed to constant change. So when we're in the non-digital world, it takes a lot for us to get focused. Things move slower in real life. There is a dopamine overload. When you watch short-term content, you're hitting that dopamine all the time, that little reward thing in your brain, which sounds really good. I think dopamine is obviously really important, but there's such thing as too much dopamine. A decreased sense of pleasure, addiction, a dopamine crash, and lack of motivation. Some people now are hopping on the bandwagon of doing dopamine detoxes because of how much dopamine we get on a day-to-day basis. TikTok use disorder is an actual thing now, and it's linked to memory loss, chaos, depression, anxiety, and stress. They already came up with this term, and TikTok kind of started gaining leverage in 2020. Imagine the long-term effects it has on us. And the people that are affected the most are children and teens who are on the apps the most, looking at this short content because their brains are still being developed. So what's the solution? Cut the social shorts out. Simple as that. It will move you towards pleasure and away from suffering and pain. The next thing is oversaturation. I feel like people are burned out of social media now because there's so much of it. There's so much of the same friggin' thing. Quantity over quality, which is something I live by and I have lived by for so long, is focused on quality over quantity, and now there's a quantity overload over quality. I think that it's important for the platform to stick what it does best. I think YouTube should be great for longer term content. I think Instagram was great for photos and photography. Reddit has a place. LinkedIn has a place. Facebook has a place. Instead, all these companies are trying to like conform into one thing. If someone has something great or a good idea that gains them some sort of gain, monetary gain or numbers or people's information, they hop on the bandwagon and then they push it out like crazy because it gains stuff for them, not for the viewer themselves. If you think about who created what first, like who was there first? For example, makeup brands, celebrities and everyone and their mother are doing makeup now. Like, do you think Selena Gomez, Rihanna, and all these celebrities woke up one day and said, I love makeup so much that that was my dream, my goal? No, the people who started makeup, that was their dream and passion. I know that these are very touchy people now, but like Jeffree Star and like Tati, like I'm not into the whole makeup drama. Trust me, I'm really not into that. But they really genuinely loved makeup. They've been doing it for years and they started their company because they love makeup. All the other people saw how much money was in it and now it's oversaturated. When something becomes popular, people hop on the bandwagon, they just repeat and replicate the same thing without any sort of creativity. People are doing now in movies and shows, making remakes instead of just making a brand new movie with a great new storyline. A lot of what people see is attention. So they drive people's attention through sex, through drama, through negativity, through appearance, consumerism, wealth, like showy things is what grabs people's attention, which to me I don't ever understand because I'm so anti that. But like you put one of those things in the title or in the frame of the picture, that's gonna grab people's attention and you have a better chance of being seen. Oversaturation leads to overconsumption, which traps the viewer. That's exactly why they want you there. And then what does that create when there's more viewers? Ads galore, ways to sell the person. Like it's all about money now. It's so annoying. Instagram, every other post is a freaking ad. YouTube is like pushing so many recommended videos. They now have like an analytics tracker for the content creator because it's a business now. You know, it's being shoved in our faces and there's no way to limit them, which is so frustrating. And I think that's why people like streaming services now. Like they buy the streaming service because they don't have to get bombarded by ads. Like everything now is just such a money hungry thing. And so the solution that I put for myself here is to limit yourself to 1 to 2 platforms. What do you like best? We don't need to like waste our entire lives on these platforms. Find your niche of content. So like, do you like gaming? Do you like lifestyle? Do you like business? Do you like music? Your mindset? What do you like? And just focus on that. You have to have some sort of self-control to not get like distracted and pulled into these tactics that I think a lot of creators create. The short-term content is just being thrown and pushed out there. Like you can make it faster, there's less time involved in it, and it's just like go, 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 go. And the last thing kind of coincides with that, and that's repetition. When someone finds success, they want to recreate it. We have these huge audiences now trying to replicate the same content. It's becoming a business, which I just talked about. When I first went on that app called Clubhouse, I remember being so disturbed by how many businesses and people tried really hard now in their marketing strategy to come up with some sort of social media like platform for their company. I understand why. It's just like so frustrating when you see some like genuine content and people being like power and money and all this stuff being thrown into it now, and like you're kind of working with people who aren't doing it because you did it. And it's like, if you started a job and you started something and you're very passionate about it, and then imagine these big time people coming in and taking over and getting pushed and getting more attention because they have more money, fame, or power. It's kind of what I'm seeing in terms of businesses coming and oversaturating, you know, Instagram or creating shorter content. Before it was like all about creativity, and now it's like a lot of business. It's a lot about money. It's business. It's about numbers. It's about, you know, selling. It's about taking people's information, AI, like it's so annoying because I didn't start with it like that. There's more room for ads, there's more monetization, there's more brand deals, subscription options, products to sell, like exploring other platforms. It's just all money driven, and it's being saturated with money hungry people and businesses. And by money people hungry, I mean any sort of consumption hungry people who want fame or power or numbers. Like, everyone's just trying to hack the system, you know? That drives lower quality content, oversaturation, and all that stuff. And the solution is, when you're watching somebody, or if you're putting out content, are you offering anything new or special? Are you connecting to people or connecting to your content? Do you have a meaningful purpose behind what you're doing? And are you actually enjoying it? Are you doing it for the right reasons? Like, I really, the short-term content, I just don't think it's good. It's just not, there's so much that I don't really like that's coming from it. It is highly addictive. Have I been thrown into it? Of course I have. Like, it's just, I don't know. I just don't like the way social media is going. I don't like the way that they're pushing it so hard. I don't like the way that there's like conforming going around in all types of places. It's just something that's been on my mind lately. I don't know what you guys think. I know a lot of the times when, especially YouTubers, when they talk about creating shorter term content instead of long term content, they're like, no, like, that's why they come to YouTube. But I'm just curious to know, do you guys understand what I'm saying here? Or do you guys just don't even care? I know there's a lot of TikToker people out there that love TikTok. I've never been into it. I never had a TikTok. I've never wanted to get into it. I've had so many brand deals come up to me and say, you need a TikTok, you need to do this, da, 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 da. I'm like, absolutely no. Like, I'm sticking to it. I'm not doing it. This is not fun for me. Like, I tried podcasting back in the day because everyone was doing a podcast, and I freaking hated it. Like, I was like, this is so not my thing. Like, I could have easily kept going, made money from brand deals, and created a better opportunity for myself. But guess what? I don't really enjoy it. And am I doing it for the right reasons? No, I was doing it because everyone else was doing it. There's just so much going on in my brain right now about this stuff. So let me know if you guys feel the same way. Rant over. I love you guys so much. Thanks for watching.